Hi guys, and welcome back to Run, Stretch, Succeed. And today we are going to do a video, a little run walk, and we're going to try to use the maps on Strava because I've never used them before. They have got a new feature called My Trail, but we're not going to try that one. We're going to try the heat tracks. Like, it's where a lot of runners go because my friend ran somewhere really beautiful and I want to see if I can find it using the heat tracks. So I know what it looks like, but I don't actually know where it is. So to get this up on Strava, you go on Strava, maps at the bottom. The heat tracks are the grey blurs and the trails are the orange dotted line. So we are doing a bit of an easier video this week because I have just been at a festival with really bad sunstroke. This is actually a clip of me, what I will insert here. So I'm only just getting back into training after 4 days and the weather is absolutely boiling. I've just looked on the Strava app and there is like a heat thing down here, so I'm assuming this place my friend went is up here. I actually didn't know you could go down this path, but it's like really quiet and peaceful, so I feel like a lot of people don't, so that's really interesting. I think it's quite good that I can find new paths on places I've already ran. So the MYRUN challenge is a couple of questions. Is Northern fell runners? So I will answer the questions now and then tag my 3 people at the end. So I feel like this is the path I want to take because it looks quite beautiful, so we will go this way. So the first question is, why do I run? I don't feel like I have a straight answer for that. There's quite a few reasons. I race because people said I couldn't do it, so I'm kind of trying to prove them wrong and to prove to myself that I can do more than what I think I'm capable of doing. And I don't mean in that in a stuck-up way, I mean it more in a I want to prove to myself that I am better than even I think. And I feel like running these long races proves that to me, and it gives me a lot of confidence to try new stuff and try stuff what I would never try before. And the other reason is it gets me out and about. I really wouldn't come out into nature and places like this if I didn't run, so I guess they're my 2 reasons. Are they good reasons? I guess the good reasons for me, but I feel like everyone will have their personal story. So the next question is, what running advice would you give other people? So this depends. I think this is such a touchy subject, but I feel like there's 3 pieces of advice too. I don't know, for beginner runners, like people who've just started out, I would just say don't take yourself too seriously. Like, just don't. It doesn't matter. You're just starting out, you're trying something new, just enjoy it. For people who are racing and trying to get faster or get a PB, got goals, I would say remember that it's all about the fun and all about the journey. So for people who have DNF'd and feel like they failed, I just would want to remind them they haven't failed. They are on a journey. You can do it again, and it's all about fun and it's all an achievement. As long as you have ran and put 100% in it, you have achieved something. You've got out of bed that day, you've gone to the race, you made it, you set yourself up, you signed up, you have achieved something. So don't feel like you failed, because you definitely haven't. I've DNF'd, most people have probably DNF'd, even like athletes like have to pull out races or do not finish. Anything can happen. So don't take it to heart, just brush it off as fast as you can, because we're always a bit sore just after, but just try to brush it off as soon as possible. Bits of this, but I've not got a stick. It's just easier to do the walking bits and recording, and you can hear me better. So I've just found these stairs what lead to I don't know what, so I want to take you with me up on why we answer the next question, and then we can see what's at top, obviously. So what was my first running event? So my first running event was Wigan 5k, and Cat Descenders entered me. I said I would do it. I thought, she's not going to enter me, so I'll just say yeah. And then she came back and was like, I've entered you. And then I was like, okay, we've got to do this. She's paid. So we did a couple of training runs, like 2 runs, just to see if she could find my pace. I turned up. These stairs are well hard to climb. I turned up on Sunday at the top of my street so we could go at the fields at back of mine. Hungover with a cig in my mouth. She actually questioned me. How am I going to run if I've just smoked a cig? And I was like, that's the way I'm going to do it if I'm going to do it. So that's how I trained 2 weeks before, just to find out my pace. These stairs are really steep. Then I did the event. I absolutely hated it. Absolutely. Like, I lost my vision, my hearing. I felt sick. I was running at the side of the road, wanting to throw up. And I said I would never do it again. And then someone was like talking about marathons, and I was like, I'll do one of them. And they went, do you know how far it is? And I was like, yeah, 2 5Ks, I'll be fine. And they went, no. And then I felt like they was telling me I couldn't do it. So literally at that moment, I signed myself up for my first marathon. No training, no nothing, just to prove a point that I can do something. And that was my first event. I will put a picture in now with me and Kat drinking a pint in the moon underwater just after the event, because that was well earned. We got to the top and there is loads of big beautiful trees, not really a view, as maybe in winter, but not at the moment. If I do find one at the top of this hill, I will show you. What is, I can't say this word, ambitious. I did Google it, can't say it, but an achievable goal. I don't think anything I do is achievable, like in my head. It isn't. I wouldn't just think, oh, I can achieve that, so I'm going to do it anymore. I just think I want to try to do that. So I can't really answer that. But the goal I do have, and we do have a nice view at the back of us, is I would love to do the Scottish Ultra, what is 230 miles. Would I complete it? I don't know, but I'd give it a good go. And that is by GB Ultra, and that is something I really want to try in the future. I don't know when. I really want to try next year, but unless I can do this Leeds to Liverpool one, I'm not even going to think about it. But that is literally like my next goal after 100 miles, I would say, after completing 100 miles and feeling like I can like do 100 miles quite easy. Not easy, but like it's doable, like I could do it again. But I do think it's doable if everything's right. I mean, hopefully I will do Liverpool to Leeds Ultra, and then next year, maybe in 10 years. So what is my dream running event is the last question. I don't have one. I would just say Scottish Ultra, Berkeley, London, but London's not really my dream as it's just a marathon in a city. I would feel lucky to get in London and to be part of the event, but it's not a dream. I would just like to do it. I don't really have a dream event. My dream is more to be able to keep what I'm doing as long as I can, hopefully till I'm a lot older. So I don't want to have a dream event, I just want to carry on what I'm doing as long as possible. So guys, I guess I will do an outro now. I feel like this feature on Strava is a lot better than I thought, and I kind of wish I used it a lot earlier, as this place is beautiful. I've only explored like 1/10 of it, and I'm coming back soon. I might actually come back tomorrow and do another run, as it's just gorgeous. Like, and it's got so many hidden secrets, I feel, what I will enjoy exploring. So I would definitely recommend it if you are bored of where you're running. Just go on Strava Maps and then look at the grey lines for the heat signatures of where people have been running. Obviously, the more faded they are, I feel like the less people run here, and this is quite a faded one, but I'm glad I picked a faded one rather than a main one, as this is a beautiful secret and I feel like a lot of people don't tell people about it, so I am very lucky to find it. So I did really enjoy doing these questions. I've always wanted to do a Q&A. Well, I would do a Q&A if you asked for one, so you could find out more about me. I would be happy to do that, but I feel like these are the questions what I would ask myself to tell you about myself. So yeah, I'm so glad I've done this. So I'm going to tag the people I want to do this challenge, and obviously all the questions are in the description. So the first one is Time on Feet. He's been commenting on quite a lot of my videos. I looked at his channel, I loved his stuff, so there you go, you've got another video to make. The second one is Olga British Fell. I want you to do this video and show your face, because I love your videos. You give a little part of a history about every place you run at and do some really good footage, but I wish I saw you more in the video. So I want you to do this challenge, and I want to see you answering the questions and not a voice. I want to see you answer these questions and it not be a voiceover. Next one. And the last one is Mert G, the test run. All these channels are amazing, so go and check them out. And the one last thing I want to say is my next challenge will be on Instagram. I am going to put a story out, and I want people to tell me where to run, and I've got an hour and I've got to find what you tell me to find. So if you tell me to go to a post office, in that hour I've got to find a post office, and I'm going to pick 6 things, or let you pick 6 things, and then in that hour I've got to find every one of them before time's up. So please follow me on Instagram and follow me on Strava, because I actually love having people on Strava, because I like nosing on everything, like how far you're running, what distance, whereabouts you're running, and what races you're doing, just in case I want to do that race. So guys, I guess I will see you next time.